Hey friends, welcome to week 5. Hopefully you survived the Super Bowl last night. I advocate that we should get the Monday following the Super Bowl off. However, my request is continually denied for that with the scheduling committee, so I'll continue to try. This week we're going to move into a topic that literally every year I teach gets more and more relevant. When I talked about adding a topic on cloud computing about 10 years ago, people kind of looked at me funny, and then now I hear constantly, can you cover more on the cloud and how it impacts business? So here we are. So we'll do one unit on the cloud this week. And the important thing to remember is more and more businesses continue to move stuff to the cloud. Why? Well, it's advantageous for a number of reasons. First and foremost is it allows you to focus on your core business. Okay, so for example, when Rockhurst made the migration to Canvas several years ago, we were toying with the idea of continuing to keep that out of the cloud and keep it here internal at Rockhurst on our server. And we opted not to do that for a couple of reasons. One is, again, our core business is not a learning management system, which is what Canvas is. And two, we did not necessarily have the technical expertise to administer and configure a system like that. Third, we really didn't have physical space for any more servers on campus. So by letting a cloud company take over elements of your business, like a learning management system, a payroll system, a scheduling system, anything like that, you free up space, you free up resources, and that's their core business, right? So Canvas's core business is their learning management system, which we use. So they are experts at it. They run and maintain that system for us. If we need to add capacity to Canvas, it's literally just a quick phone call. Whereas if we need to do that on a local install of Canvas, we would have to go out and buy hard drives, install them, configure them, load content. It can be done, but it's not advantageous to our core business. That's why we look at that path. So the scenario you have for this week is very much a real scenario that took place at Rockhurst that I was involved in when we acquired St. Luke's College of Nursing. It involved us moving over about 50 people, consisting of faculty, staff, administration, support folks, onto our email server. And we were already at the capacity of our email server. So we ultimately made the decision to also move that to the cloud, and still are today. So, you go to Outlook online, and that's not a email server here at Rockhurst. It's an email server that is actually distributed among multiple different places to protect with data protection, basically. So, for example, if you have data that's only on your phone and your phone gets lost or broken, that data is likely gone. But most of you, I'm guessing, would have your phone connected to some sort of cloud backup, right? Apple makes it super easy if you're an iPhone user. Backup to iCloud, things like your contacts, your meme collection, all of that stuff stays in the cloud, and it's no longer one point of failure, right? So that data that you put in the cloud actually goes to several different physical geographies. Okay, so you might have data that's backed up to a cloud somewhere, that there is a data center in Kansas City, popular place for a data center. There might be a data center in California, one in Florida, and maybe one in New York State. Okay, and there's copies of your data in all of those places. So if one of those data centers was to get hit by a natural disaster, for example, a data center in Florida gets hit by a hurricane, happens all the time, wipes everything out. It's okay because your data still lives several different places. So as you jump into the homework assignment for this week, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip. You're asked to provide two options for a potential cloud solution. So if you're watching this, I'll reward you with a tip. Really, the two options you want to consider are Microsoft Office Online, and then also the Google Suite. Okay, both of those have the productivity suite that includes a word processing, a spreadsheet application, and an email service, as well as a presentation software, PowerPoint or Keynote. So, or excuse me, not Keynote, Slides. So there are other options. I'll just tell you that Google, Gmail, and Microsoft are going to be the ones that's easiest to find information on. Okay, so that's your charge for this week. However, last week I put a video out and I said, less than a quarter of the class, I think, actually watched the video. It does bounce off of YouTube, so I do see the number of views. So last week I told you if you watched my video and emailed me with the password New England clam chowder, you would be given a reward. I did not specify what that reward was. So here it is. If you emailed me before the assignment due date and said, here's the password, you will find in the grade book that I went through and I gave you credit for the assignment for this week, the cloud assignment. So that means you don't have to do it. So that is your reward for completing, actually watching a video. That said, I'm disappointed to see that still less than half of the class actually watched the video. So I put these out here to help you guys, to give you tips and tricks. So, please take the time to watch them. I don't record them for my health or for the YouTube fame. I'm still not an influencer, never will be. So be sure you check those out. Like I said, I keep them short. This one's a little long because a little bit of explanation for the assignment for this week. But with that, I'll try to get one of these to you every week. They'll be brief, but they will have valuable information. So who knows? Might throw another reward out there. It's not worth missing. So everybody have a great week.